Hello YouTube. So I guess this is part 2 of the how to make moose jerky by grinding it up and adding in the flavor of your choice. If you never used mine or one that you've seen, I guess you use your own choice of flavoring or whatever. And this was done dehydrator. Now there's a correction that I gotta say to the first video. I said it was around 12 hours on one side and 8 to 12 and then flip it for 4 to 6. But this time I used the dehydrator in a colder area in my front garage, and I guess it took a while for the old dehydrator I got to keep the heat in because it was a nice bit colder. But so I had to increase the times. But I always remember, anytime you're doing jerky or something like along the lines of this, which requires time, you must always remember to check on it regularly, every 6 to 8 hours, and depending on your dehydrator and the thickness you got things done, you might have to adjust your times. The big thing is rotate the elevations and flip it as soon as it's not too sticky. It usually be sticky at first, but as the hours go by, it usually gets hard and you can usually haul off the dehydrator. So that's just something I'd add to that. So this is the product I ended up with. I'll bring it up and show you. So they were done like almost like patties, but a little thinner. And like I said, like this is what you get. It's absolutely awesome. Like I say, I break this out in the garage on a dark night or something like that. The boys just goes right mad. Do you love it? On certain sides you can see the dehydrator imprints, and the other side is not so much. The dryer gets. So this is around 2.5–3 pounds of meat. This is why jerky is so expensive, I guess, in stores, because you don't get a lot, you lose a lot, but you do get a lot because the flavor of what's here. Like this right here, I got to tell you the truth, is probably the best. I love this personal flavor because it's around the house flavor. Now I done it before with honey garlic, just old VH honey garlic stuff. Just throw in a cup or half a cup in right on top of the ground up meat with none of the ingredients used before, and I done it that way. And particularly the father-in-law and some of his buddies just absolutely loved it. The big thing I think is anyone doing where they're cutting the meat up and against the grain or with the grain or whatever way they want to do it, they have to wait for a marinating time. The beautiful thing with grinding it up is that you got no marination time. I believe you can just throw it right in, and I've proven time and time again, throw it in and dehydrate it. And at the end of the day, I think it's more tender. Jerky's not supposed to be tender, but in one way, yes, you want it to be. When you take a bite, you want to be able to bite into it and break it away rather than having it tough. So you could use the oven for this, but I wouldn't recommend it if you got a woman around the house and children and stuff, because I tell you what, it do put a pretty strong smell through the house. But if you don't mind that, that's fine. I had it out in my garage and it still come in through a steel door with a weather strip gasket around it. It's still a bit of it come in. I don't mind it, but like you say, your wife or other people in the house might want to have the strong smell of it being done, because you are essentially cooking the meat in a slow way, basically not even inside of an oven or anything. You could make this more aesthetically pleasing by using the cocking gun, like I said, or the pie roller. I find this easy, and I haven't had a problem with it. I might break down and buy the cocking gun. I believe it's up to one of the stores known here as Princess Auto. You can get that, and I've seen guys do it before. It's nice looking and all that, but it don't taste no better. It's all the same to me. Probably does a neater job, but I'll go over to my uncle. I'll visit my uncle now shortly, and I'm going to bring in a bag probably with 6 of these pieces into it. And he's probably not going to talk to me for the first 5 minutes because he's going to eat two or three pieces right out the bat. People love it. So I'll just do my little taste test here now, and see. I'll just pick up any piece at all. I'll even pick up a bigger one here. Breaks off. There's a little bit of red in the middle. It's not a wet red. It's just it's like you see on any jerky. Oh, it smells really good. time and time again. Excellent. Excellent job. This is more of a, no, it's great, but this is my favorite. It's just around the house, the soy sauce, Worcestershire sauce, a bit of brown sugar, and a bit of steak spice. Don't put too much in there. You can grab the spice, but like, once again, this is great. This is absolutely great. So I hope you enjoyed this part 1, part 2 video of how to do moose jerky. Now, I mean, fellas does it one way and does it the other way, uses the oven. This is the way I do it. I'm not saying it's better than the other way, but I bring this stuff on site to guys if I do enough of it. I mean, you know, and they absolutely, people fight over it. One thing I've learned when I first used to do it, I wouldn't be particular with the meat. I used to leave a lot of the white slaggy ligament or whatever you want to call on there, and I've been cutting that off, and it don't get into the jerky as much, obviously, and it don't bind up your grinder, so I would recommend doing that. But this is just a great product. I'm sure if I could sell this, I could put 4 or 5 pieces in a bag and probably get $5.99 or $7.99 for it. Same with Jack Link's charges, I suppose, and all them other companies, but this is great, man. So I hope you enjoyed it. And stay tuned for some more instructional videos down the road, probably. We'll have to see. Thanks, YouTube, and have a good day.